Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy sued his former girlfriend who accused him of attacking her, alleging the woman assaulted him and stole or destroyed more than 150K in cash and property. Worthy filed a lawsuit as of Monday against Tia Jones in Wilmington County, Texas, where the two live and where Worthy played college football at the University of Texas. Worthy was also arrested earlier that month after Jones accused him of assaulting her, but the district attorney declined to file charges in the case after speaking to multiple witnesses. In his lawsuit, Worthy alleges that Jones fabricated the allegations of abuse and that she became enraged after he asked her to move out of the home they were living in. He also states that in a lawsuit that Jones assaulted him, ripping out his hair and destroying his gaming room. He also alleges that while he was in jail, Jones stole a handgun, 30K in cash, jewelry, a key to his Rolls Royce, and other belongings. An attorney for Jones, Angela Cargelio, stated that Monday she had not seen the lawsuit and declined to comment. Worthy is seeking between $250 to $1 million. Quote, the plaintiff is not only suffering bodily injuries and property damages as a result of the incident, but his credibility, veracity, and reputation suffered. And this narrative, although false, will always track his career in the future and in the NFL. 2021 Chicago rapper OTF Doodie Lo filed a $5 million lawsuit against FTN Bay for defamation, emotional distress, and perpetual retribution harm that caused him to lose income and business opportunities. On December 7th of 2023, OTF Doodie Lo took to X to share that he won the case and had secured $1.25 million. This comes after he won a previous lawsuit in March of 2023 against FTN Bay for spreading false allegations that allegedly he went after her 5-year-old son. Timeline. In October 2021, FTN Bay posted an audio of her son crying while seemingly admitting that he was assaulted by OTF Doodie Lo. FTN Bay's boyfriend at the time, Bay, claimed that Doodie had went after her young son with 3 screws. However, Lowe was quickly to deny the allegations and shared a video of Bay where she can be seen telling her child not to blame the incident on Alex, a 3-year-old. The rapper also accused the ex-girlfriend of fabricating allegations and harassing him and his family for weeks. In the 2021 lawsuit, Lowe claimed that Bay told him that it was Alex who had went after her son with the screws. He also encouraged the child to visit the hospital, although the doctors claimed to find nothing wrong with the child during that examination. Later in January of 2022, FTN Bay issued a public apology video to the rapper. She revealed that OTF Lowe had taken a lie detector test and had successfully passed. Quote, I was never trying to ruin his career or trying to get clout or anything. I just believe my son, and I believe him. I was doing whatever I could for my son. I was going to slide for my son, however that means. And he dealt with it in his way, but finally we came to an understanding agreement and he decided to take the test. She also stated that, and he did, it's done, it's over with, he passed his test. Days after the apology, Bay claimed that she was manipulated and threatened to make the statement. The same month, she was arrested for stalking and harassing the rapper after violating a restraining order. About the events during an appearance on DJ Academics Off the Record podcast in September 2023, the rapper revealed that the abuse allegations made him want to take the deep end. He also revealed that FTN Bay's claim also affected his mental health. Shreveport woman is in jail on suspicion of falsely accusing an ex-boyfriend of going after her and kidnapping. Kalisha Hall, age 28, arrested Wednesday and booked into the Hito Correction Center on a charge of criminal mischief. Authorities have stated that she falsely accused Charles Edward Collins of kidnapping her from her apartment at gunpoint and going after her in a North Hito Parish in July of 2014. Collins was arrested August 21st of 2017 after DNA samples taken from him matched evidence samples. But during the investigation, detectives with Sheriff's Office of the Hito Parish District Attorney's Office learned of the pair's past relationship and later concluded that the accusations were false. At the time of August's arrest, Collins was 58. Charges against Collins were dismissed and he was released from jail on September 1st. A woman who in 2006 falsely accused three Duke University lacrosse players of going after her, making national headlines that stirred tensions about race, class, and the privilege of college athletes, has admitted publicly for the first time that she made the whole story up. Crystal Magnum, who is black, stated that in an interview with the Let's Talk with Cat podcast that she made up the story that wasn't true about the white players who attended a party where she was hired to perform as a stripper, quote, because I wanted validation from people and not from God. I testified falsely against them by stating that they went after me when they didn't, and that was wrong, Magnum, age 47, stated in an interview which was released Monday. That interview was recorded last month at the North Carolina Corrections Institution for Women, where Magnum is incarcerated for fatally stabbing her boyfriend back in 2011. Former Duke players were declared innocent in 2007 after Magnum's story fell apart under legal scrutiny. The state Attorney General's office concluded that there was no credible evidence an attack ever occurred, and its investigation found no DNA, witnesses, or other evidence to confirm Magnum's story. Despite their names being cleared, Jim Cooney, players' lawyers at the time, told the Associated Press that Magnum's allegations caused an enormous tornado of destruction for countless people involved, including the accused men. They were wrongfully vilified nationally as racially motivated individuals that would go after women. The Durham prosecutors who championed Magnum's case was disbarred for lying and misconduct. Prosecutors at the time declined to press charges against Magnum for the false accusations. The former lacrosse players reached an undisclosed settlement with Duke University in 2007 after suing it for the handling of the allegations. Magnum, who was convicted of second-degree murder in 2013 and is eligible to be released from prison as early as 2026, told the podcast interview that she hopes that the three falsely accused men can forgive her. Quote, I want them to know that I love them and that they didn't deserve that. Durham-based podcaster Kat stated that she wrote to Magnum because she was curious about the case that got so much attention, and that Magnum wrote back stating that she wanted to talk. Magnum's apology struck Cooney as sincere and a good first step, but he stated that the decision to forgive her is ultimately up to the three former lacrosse players. It's going to be part of their biography for the rest of their lives and part of their obituaries. So the reason I wanted to do this video is because I saw some of the comments when it dealt with the Shannon Sharpe story that I wanted to go directly over and, place in front of you guys. And I noticed some of the comments there, and I'm like, that's a little bit weird. I don't want people to tend to get away from the main focus of the story, which is that a woman directly lied, and the fact that women out here have the ability and the power to weave a tall tale and get a lot of guys hemmed up for no reason. In at least two of the instances that you were able to hear, the women there had relationships with those men, and even still they wanted to forego the information with those relationships, and they wanted to still blame them. Better yet, I'm sorry, three of those stories, the women had relationships with the men that they wanted to accuse, and all of the women there weaved some type of tall tale, and again, dealing with public opinion, dealing with social media, dealing with the fact that people are like, hey, here I am women, hear me roar and believe all women. You have the credibility of men being diminished by way of the lies being told by way of women. because the women here are emotional. Some of them are seeking validation. Other ones are just emotional. Other ones are just vengeful for whatever reason and whatever else you want to throw in there. The main point that I'm bringing, that I'm hoping that I'm getting through to a lot of people, is that in general, no matter what the race is, women have the ability to lie. And that lie, no matter how small or how medium or how great it may be, will literally topple the greatest of men. It will literally destroy kingdoms. It will destroy families. It will tear people directly apart. And in some instances, it will put men away for crimes that they never committed at all for lifetimes. So hopefully, a lot of people will understand that message and they'll hear out that message. And as I've commonly stated before, any of the stories that I cover here, I hope that these things never happen to your family. I hope that these things never take place to any of your sons, your fathers, your uncles, your grandfathers, because chances are very great that if any woman out here decided to levy any of these very serious and heinous accusations against any of your male friends, family members, or coworkers, you're never going to see them ever again. It is going to be an uphill battle of which they're more than likely going to lose with 95% of the time. And you probably won't see them up until 30 to 40 years from now. And that woman is going to decide to live her best life and she's going to continue on while the life of that man stops at that point of when the lie was created. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.